Good morning. Today's goal is to answer the age-old question: how many words can I write in a day if I just don't stop? So out here to warm up my trailer a little bit because I need a change of location. Look, Christmas lights. That's gonna need at least an hour to warm up. But the goal is to start at like 7:30. Cutoff point is probably gonna be between 3 and 6. Honestly, my minimum word count goal is probably gonna be like between 2,000 and 3,000 words. The maximum goal would be if I wrote like 8,000 words. I don't see it as likely, but if I do write that many words, I should give myself a little reward, I think. I need food. And we're back at it. Okay, back at it. Writing kids is so fun because I can just have them say really anything at all, and it's both realistic and it's hilarious. Writing kids is incredible. Don't get me wrong, this conversation is going well that I'm writing, but it's also going kind of slow. Writing has been kind of slow for this project in general, so I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, so I took another quick break because I am starving and I'm trying to find where my snack foods went. But I know I've been writing for about 3 hours because I started a 6-hour Spotify playlist and I'm about halfway through, give or take. Let's see. I think it's about 2,500 words. My minimum goal is 3,000, so I think I'm gonna easily bust that. But I keep getting distracted, which is great. I may change location in a minute, either into this room or into my trailer, because sometimes when you get really stuck, changing location helps you focus better. And I want to say maybe writing on my bed might help, so I might do that once I find my snacks. Like, is anybody else able to tell that they're getting too hungry and they get really annoyed by everything all of a sudden? Why am I all weird and spotty? I don't know. But I always get like super annoyed with everything, and I'm like, oh, I should probably get some food. And then I start to feel hungry. Back at it. It is currently 11:30, and we usually eat lunch between like 12:30 and 1. So ideally, I would like to hit the 3,000 work mark before I go eat lunch. That would be great. We're getting close. It is 12:20 and I need 300 more words to reach my goal. Or no, I don't. I need like 200 more words to reach my goal before lunch. And then I think I'll take a little bit of a breather just so I don't accidentally hit burnout. Also, my computer keeps jamming up. My Spotify has already stopped working once and I had to reboot it. And now Google keeps freezing up. So that's great. Okay, I did make the word count goal before lunch. So now I'm going to take a break for a little bit. Like, as tempting as YouTube sounds right now, it's more screen time and I don't want to melt my brain. So I'm instead going to read this library book and take a little break until lunch, and then I'm going to resume after lunch. Currently, the full draft of this is just short of 20K, and that's really cool, especially because, like, my stories never make it this far in the opening section. Like, I always write things way too fast. Alright, I have now eaten, and I have extra snacks I have extra chips to snack on now. I am about ready to pick back up. I think I'm gonna stick with my original goal of working for about an 8-hour period, which would cut me off between like 3 and 4. It's currently 1:20, so we'll see how far we can get. Okay, I had to do a quick bit of calculation because I did jump around just a little bit, but it's officially been 8 hours and I have written 4,331 words, which isn't too bad. I am tempted to push for 5,000, but I would like a little bit of a break. So I may come back to it later in the evening and see if I can push it to 5,000 just for the fun of it. And just think how many more words I could have written if I could have remained fully focused the whole time. I think part of the problem with this draft is that I keep getting stuck. And I keep getting stuck because my outline, despite all my hard work to make it detailed, is still a little vague in places, so I don't really know what I want to fill that with. And I don't know how to transition from one thing to another, so a lot of time I just have to sit there and think about it when I reach that moment. And that's why sometimes writing can be a little bit of slow going for me. But we really got several good conversations in there, and the conversation flows really well for me. So that's a good chunk of the 4,000 words, I do think. Essentially, I just wanted to see how writing for 8 hours now stacks up against how it felt writing like pretty much all day when I was a kid. You know how like a lot of us would be reading or writing all day when we were in like middle school? And obviously, life changes, so it's not that same way when you're an adult. So, since I had today off and not a lot going on, I wanted to see what happened if I filled it with a heck of a lot of writing. And I may come back and do a little bit later. It all depends on how I'm feeling. But, I know I got stuck fairly often when I was a kid, so technically, I would say that's the same. I definitely covered more ground, because I remember my usual writing goal when I was a kid was between 4 and 8 notebook pages, and I believe notebook pages can only hold like 200 words, so I was probably aiming to write between like 800 and 1,000 words. It's pretty much still what I write daily now, unless I really get into it, or unless I make big goals like I did today. That was fun though. Would I do it again? I don't know. Would I do it again?